What were you the god of again?
Hey guys, welcome to another video on the channel, and today is the movie review on Thor Ragnarok. I know I haven't uploaded a Black Panther movie review yet. My brother actually wanted to do that with me, and currently at the time he's not here, so I decided, you know what, I'll just get ahead and record Thor Ragnarok movie review because, I mean, why not? I have free time, and I'll upload Black Panther soon after this, I promise. But, anyways, let's get into the movie. So, honestly, coming into this movie, I'll be honest with you, I didn't see any of those Thor movies. I have now. But in watching the Avengers movies, Thor wasn't the most exciting and interested Avenger to watch. He was definitely in my opinion, the strongest. I thought he was the strongest Avenger. His hammer, you can't top that. Hulk can't lift it. He tried, he couldn't lift it. So I just thought of him as this super strong Avenger and not much else. And then Thor Ragnarok comes around and I'm like, are all of the Thor movies this funny and stuff? And I was pretty sure they weren't, but I was like, dang, I like Thor a lot. And Loki. I knew Loki was an incredibly good villain from the Avengers and the Thor movies, but I mean, Loki, this movie set me in a different light for Loki. I was like, dang, Loki's actually pretty cool. He's not just a villain. He's more than a villain. He's like Thor's ally in this movie. You know, you don't know how much you're going to be able to trust him. It's like a rough ally. You know, you don't know how much you're going to trust him. And you know, you're like, okay, he's going to try betraying me at some point, but in the end they're going to work together. Spoilers for this movie. I'm sure you're expecting spoilers because this movie's been out since November or something. So, if you haven't seen the movie at this point, there's spoilers everywhere on the internet. So, if this is the first thing you've seen with spoilers, I don't know how, but I guess click off. But if you don't care about spoilers at this point, stay on. I'll welcome you. But this movie, some people's complaint about this movie was that nothing was taken seriously, which I can agree on at some points. I really enjoyed this movie, but there were some points where it was over the line. At the end, when Asgard's getting, all destroyed and stuff, and then Korg's like, we can replace the foundations, we'll make a haven for more people. Excuse my terrible accent. And then Asgard gets obliterated, and he's like, nope, the foundations are gone. We can't rebuild. It's like, that's a huge moment for Thor. His home is getting destroyed. I mean, imagine if Earth got destroyed and you're on a ship and then someone cracks a joke about it. Especially if they're not from Earth. It's basically like making fun of your place. And I know this movie is a comedy, but you gotta take that seriously. It's not a huge nitpick of me or a gripe, but it's definitely a part where they went over the line with the humor. I would say you just silence. Have Thor say something, some memory about it, or how Asgard is a place, or Asgard is people and not a place. And then Asgard gets destroyed in the next movie. But out of that. So the movie opens up with Thor in Surtur's lair, and it's like, boom, boom, he's out, he's got Surtur's horns, and Surtur mentions that, Odin's not in Asgard. So Thor's like, what? What? Odin? Of course he's in Asgard. What are you talking about? He sent me off. And then he goes there to Asgard, and he sees a play. And he's like, wait a minute, that's not my father. And gets Loki to wield himself. And then they go find Odin, and he's like, yeah, basically when I die, your sister's going to come and basically destroy Asgard. So good luck with that. Goodbye. And then Hela pops out right as Odin leaves, and it's like, boom, hammer, gone. You guys go to Sakaar. meet Hulk, and then you guys can come back when you're ready. And in the time they're in Sakaar, Hela basically is in control of Asgard. And what I was thinking is, if Sakaar truly does have different time, like if it truly works differently than Asgard, you saw how fast it, like Loki said he's been there for a few weeks, and it was only like 30 seconds max how he got out of the Bifrost before Thor. So it's like, okay, they were in Sakaar for like a few days maybe, in Thor's point of view. So how long was that for Asgard? It seemed like the same amount of time. It's like that's very convenient. I don't know, maybe Asgard does work on the same time system as Sakaar, but they did mention that Sakaar does have different time than anywhere. So it's like, I mean, that's not a complaint really. That's just a fault, I'll say. It's all right, but like it's something I noticed. Like, if Sakaar does have different time, what about Asgard? What, it seemed like the same amount of time. And I know it's just a movie, can't go that into detail, but I mean, it's just something I found out. Not too bad of a thing. But yeah. And then they meet Valkyrie, and like, who's gonna get Thor and Hulk? By the way, they escaped, and it's like boom boom, and then they catch Loki, and Loki's like, I know how to get out of here. I know I'm like really just simulating through the whole movie, but if you've seen the movie, you don't need an exact play-by-play. And then they get out of Sakaar, and then once they get to Asgard, they face Hela and stuff. And I'll say it right now, I didn't see any of the Thor Ragnarok trailers before I saw the movie, so I wasn't that excited for the movie, because I was like, Thor movie, whatever. It's Marvel, leading up to Infinity War. I'm ready, And then for the first time in the theater, I see Thor with his true lightning powers. I don't even know if those are his true lightning powers. And he's like, get wrecked, everyone, bah, bah, bah. And he just annihilates people on the bridge. But Hela apparently can take a bolt of lightning pretty easily. She's like, you guys suck, prepare to get devoured. Or not devoured, but like, obliterated. Not obliterated, but like destroyed. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. And then Thor's like, we can't beat you. But he can. And then Surtur's like, I can defeat Asgard. Starts stabbing everything. Hela's like, no. Surtur's like, what are you doing? Destroys Asgard. And it's like, boom. Yeah. I enjoyed that movie, for sure. I know I really, that review may have been really confusing, but I just kind of went through the plot of the movie, and I kind of went, if you could kind of tell, I kind of described how I liked the parts of the movie. It's definitely a humor movie, a comedy movie for Marvel. I mean, every movie in Marvel is a bit of a comedy, but this is the most comedic out of all the Marvel movies, and it's got competition. Spider-Man, Ant-Man, those are also hilarious movies. But I'd say Thor beats them, both in comedy. Was it a little over the top in comedy at times? Yeah, like I just said, but it had, I was laughing at a lot of times. It was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I'd say Thor Ragnarok is the first movie in the MCU that got me really hooked to Marvel. Because before that, I knew a lot about Marvel. I was like, okay, yeah, Marvel movies, hi, go see them all. I enjoy basically all of them. But this movie, I was like, dang, I actually really like Marvel. And so I really got into Marvel after that movie. I know it hasn't seemed like that long ago, but after that movie, I started like rewatching every Marvel movie in a different light. I was like, dang, this cinematic universe is something different. And I really enjoyed this. And my review, my rating for Thor Ragnarok. Now I'm going to make a whole video on a rating system that I custom made. But it is going to be, you can watch it in the theater more than once and still buy it on Blu-ray. I know that's a weird review. If you want a numerical review, I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. But yeah, if you enjoyed that movie, make sure to leave a like down below. And if you like movie reviews, trailer reviews, movie talks, anything movies like that, make sure to subscribe because that's what this channel is about. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, make sure to leave it in the comments down below. And with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.